and welcome to You Rising, the podcast where we explore the personal and spiritual journey of creating a wow life. I'm your host, Lorianne Rising. I'm an international award-winning author and an intuitive and spiritual mentor. And today is Mentorship Monday, where we get to share and explore real life journeys of courageous women. And I'm so grateful to have Jacqueline Kane with me today. Jacqueline is a medical intuitive and low back specialist who supports women in discovering the crucial hidden links between their physical pain and their ability to live a full life. Welcome, Jacqueline. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me here.
Absolutely. So I'm curious, what brought you here today? What's going on that you'd like to just explore a little bit more?
Yeah, well, I'm curious where my business is going. You know, this is 2021 and we just got through 2020. So I thought we could explore what's possible in 2021 and going forward.
Okay. And do you have any particular ideas, or is there a block of some kind that you're feeling? Or, I mean, what's coming to mind is kind of just a red brick, and I can't quite tell if it's a road or a wall. So I'm curious. I'm just curious about that.
Yeah, so I've been working on growing my business for quite a while. I started off as a massage therapist and then have gone into definitely other things of coaching and energy work. So it's been a transition. And just wondering if there's which path to take to continue to work my own business, or collaborate or create a healing practice, a healing center in a new location.
Okay.
Maybe the location I'm in right now may not be in alignment with where I want to go.
Okay. It's interesting because what's coming to mind is a tree. And so there's definitely growth. There's definitely growth opportunities. But it seems like there is a wall to get over, and it's not a very tall one, but it is there. I get the feeling something's holding you back from doing what you're really wanting to do. So I'm curious, if you got really honest, what would you want to do that you might not be admitting to yourself just yet?
It's an interesting question. Well, definitely be in front of bigger crowds. There's probably hesitation in that. I've seen myself in front of big crowds, but when I actually think of that, that's scary. I think that's really just growing to what might be possible.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's the fear of success and really having it all.
Mm-hmm. And I get sometimes is potentially the fear of a little bit more change and transition as well, which is human and understandable, especially after the last year we've had. We're all kind of like, can something just be settled for a little while? You know? And it feels like this is really a place where it's time to follow your heart. Like, everything is there. it's stepping out onto that path and doing the little baby steps that take you forward. And yes, there's fear in the unknown because we can't see it, but you're definitely supported. And anytime we follow our joy, it just leads to more joy. And
Mm,
so, one of the things, sometimes we hear the acronym for fear that it's false evidence appearing real. And it feels like this is a situation where that really is the case for you. And I know sometimes fears are very, very legitimate. I think they're actually always legitimate in some ways. Um, but this is really the past experiences are not what's going to be your future experiences. The future experiences are really positive.
mm.
So you're definitely capable. And I think you're more capable than you're giving yourself credit for.
And actually, what's coming through is, so mostly I help women who are in physical pain. I help them get to the root cause and get out of it. Um, one niche, one group of people that have been on the back burner is working with golfers. So as we're talking, and this idea has been coming to me, like helping um, golfers release their low back pain and score better on the course. And it was funny because today I think I got the intuition also that it's time to start attracting golfers. So I wonder if that's the direction that you're talking about.
It definitely feels right for sure. And my question would really, go back to your heart, go back to where is the joy? Where is the excitement? Where is the sort of giddiness of, ooh, what if this really works type of place? Sometimes we hold those little secrets in our hearts that, it's time to let those secrets out and share them. So if, you know, I hope that makes sense. um, but yeah, definitely follow those bits. I mean, just seeing you share that and seeing a little bit of a smile on your face and kind of getting that sense of shift in energy, just thinking about that possibility. I get that there's definitely something there for sure. And taking one step is going to lead to the next and taking the next one. It's like you don't have to have all of the answers right now. It's kind of like driving at night through the fog. We know the road is there. We can't see all the way up ahead, but we just take it a little bit at a time as we go, and we trust the road is still there. And that's kind of like this process, but I want to say it's littered with joy for you.
Mm.
So following it can be a lot of fun. Play with it, have fun, celebrate it.
Yeah. Thank you for all of that, because it's been, I guess I've been cautious around claiming that group, that niche.
Hmm.
Yeah.
How come for you? Where's the piece that's holding you back?
Probably my husband's comments.
Mm,
Yeah.
I can understand that. I know
Yeah.
having had partners in my life that I want to say I think they meant well, but didn't always come across quite that way. Um,
Yeah.
it's a factor for sure. There is the opportunity for you there, and this is a wonderful opportunity for you to recenter within. And it's a little bit at a time, but it's a place of claiming your power and claiming your strength. Sort of do it anyway and allow the universe to prove to you that paying more attention to your intuition than anyone's words, whether it's a husband or a friend or a stranger, pay attention to your intuition above all else and build that relationship forward.
Yeah. And that's definitely been a journey of stepping into my own power, and trusting the process. Yeah.
It's definitely a journey for sure. And I know we were talking a little bit before this. I'm on that journey myself, just opening myself and kind of, okay, here's what it is. But I can tell you there has been years, if not decades, behind the scenes to be able to get to this point. So know that you're not alone. And know too that you can trust your intuition far more than you realize. Sometimes working with it, it can be difficult to interpret, but it's there for you and it's never left. It never will leave. And it's always welcoming you with open arms anytime you're ready to return, no matter what has gone on in between. It's inviting you home. So there is a place within that is home to return to for you.
And as you were saying that, I felt myself getting deeper into my body and really grounding, sitting with that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I can share from experience, it can be life altering in many ways to move through that transition of where are we focusing, whether it's hearing the external world or hearing our intuition. And it can be a bumpy journey at times because we have trained others what to expect from us. And by shifting our focus inward and choosing to trust our intuition, I want to say it's changing the dance, and there's going to be toes that might get stepped on along the way. And being able to stay centered and finding ways to return back to that center when things get off is part of the journey, and it's all part of the learning process. So be patient and graceful with yourself, and know that sometimes when things fall apart, they're just as equally falling together. It doesn't have to look like we want it to. What's coming up for you?
Oh my God, this question that should I really shift gears with who I work with?
I'm hearing yes. I honestly have, personally, I don't know what the situation is, but that's what's coming through for me is yes.
Because what I'm seeing is that's why it's been so hard to make it a bigger business with who I'm working with right now. There's this vision that it's so much bigger on the other side. And that's where the fear was. I was afraid to claim that other side.
I wonder if that's the wall that needs to be gotten over.
Mm-hmm.
Because the tree on the other side is huge. But the wall isn't as big as it appears. It's almost like, when we're so close to something, it's all we can see. But when we back up and get the whole picture, it's that one thing really isn't big in relation to anything else. Right? So right now you're really up and close and personal with the wall, but it may not be that big.
Yeah, it's like it's just a little tweak.
Mm-hmm.
A little tweak and it's all going to open up.
Mm-hmm. So what might you need or want for you to be able to take a few steps forward, even tiny little steps?
Having fun testing the waters, I think. See it more as fun and not so serious about marketing to a different group, with the intention of let's just see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
And not, oh my God, I did something wrong or I shouldn't. Just have fun with it.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. I think fun is a huge piece. And to celebrate all the little things, even if they're silly little things. It's like, oh, yay, I put a post out today. Celebrate the progress, celebrate the efforts, celebrate any little piece. And I'm wondering too, you mentioned, marketing to a different group, which I totally understand in some ways it really is. But what I'm hearing is, what if it's not really a different group, but the same group just doing a different activity?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that definitely opens it up, and there's more abundance. Yeah.
Cool.
I never seen that before. Thank you.
Sure. Feels like it might make it a little bit easier and smoother for you of a transition, because you have a wealth of knowledge and experience to bring with you. So it's more applying it than it is doing anything new or different.
Right. Right. It seems so different in this moment. I've had so many coaches who are like, when are you going to do that other thing? When are you going to do it? And I'm like, I don't know. It doesn't felt right. I don't know why. It just hasn't felt right. But in this moment, it's opening up. Timing is everything, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Interesting. Wow. Thank you. This is very interesting. I wasn't expecting this.
Well, that's always fun to hear. I never know what to expect either, so it's it's good.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
you
get,
never know where it's going to go, right?
I don't. I really don't even totally know what somebody's questions are. Sometimes they tell me a little bit, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they tell me one thing and they show up and it's a little different by the time they get here. So, as you know, I don't cover any of that before we actually come on. I actually enjoy this process of like, well, let's just be present, see what happens. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
It is better when we do that, so we don't have any preconceived notions or
Mm-hmm.
agendas. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I get the impression that this is an opportunity for you to open a present in a sense. Like there is something here that you're going to be opening and uncovering and exploring, and there's gifts in all of it for you. But I do really hear lighten up and have fun with it. Find ways to laugh and have fun. Even if it's watching stupid little videos on YouTube occasionally or something, but laugh, enjoy, have fun.
I was telling a friend I have to work at having fun or put it on my to-do list. Yes.
Well, it's the laughter and the fun that lifts our vibration up so that stuff is allowed to come in. So think about it as part of, I want to say, opening the doors to possibilities each time you laugh and have fun. It's just another opening to let that energy in, let it move through you. It'll also help wash away some of what's coming, some of the past that might be weighing you down a little bit. Um, and I don't know what that's referring to, but that's what the feeling is letting that in will help wash away some of the things that have been stuck, and it'll just feel good along the way. And you so deserve that.
Thank you for that.
You deserve to be loved and to have fun.
And it's funny because we don't know each other.
Mm-mm.
But it's so interesting that when you say that, it's like, wow, you know. Channeling is amazing. It's truly amazing.
It is, because I just get that that's what I'm supposed to tell you. And I don't know your story. I have no idea. But it feels strongly that that's something you need to know because it's already true, and allowing that in. And that's part of the laughter and fun, is you'll feel more of that love too for yourself, and allowing the love of others in as well is part of that process.
Yeah. Yeah, as much as I think I'm doing better and I'm doing good with that, there's probably more I can let in.
You're as human as the rest of us. I think that's part of the human journey. And I want to say, especially for women, just I think in our culture, but I do know so many men who struggle with it. It just shows up differently, I think, for them. But that's definitely a human journey. So you're not alone for sure. You've got lots of sisters and mothers and daughters and aunts all sharing that journey and rooting you on from every corner, and including your ancestors who have been part of your journey in so many ways already, whether you've known it or not. They're supporting you and helping you and wanting you to succeed. And they're participating in creating the path forward for you. It's an interesting image because I'm kind of seeing they're all participating and sort of laying the bricks ahead of you and inviting you forward. And some of them feel a little guilty for what they've handed down and want to make it right. And with all of that, there is just immense love and support.
Thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
And I had chills in my arms as you were saying that. So thank you.
It's interesting. I feel like I'm going out on a limb a little bit because I see, I'm experimenting with this gift a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting a sense of a strong piece of guilt, and I'm getting that it's associated somehow with your mom. And she's sorry. She wants peace and reconciliation and to make it right somehow. But there is definitely love there.
Thank you for that. It's funny because I do a lot of work also with ancestors. And everybody has it tough. Everybody's going through something. We didn't take this physical body to have an easy life. But when you think of what our ancestors have been through, the wars, and in certain parts of the world, they're still going through that. But mostly in America, we haven't had it like other countries. And they did have it really tough. They did have it really super tough.
Mm-hmm. Are there other questions or aspects or a way that I can support you further?
No, this was more than I was expecting. To have gotten the message from them, that they're apologizing and they're sorry and they're helping to create the future is, I hadn't even thought that that was possible.
Mm.
So thank you for that enlightenment and a new aspect of it going forward.
Mm. Absolutely.
Mm.
I get the impression that some of the love that it's time to let in.
Yeah. Yeah, there's been a lot of stuff passed down, and it's been a lot of healing, and time to let even more go and allow more love in. So yeah,
Mhm.
thank you for that.
Absolutely. Hmm. Well, celebrate that too. Add that to your celebration list. Instead of a to-do list, make a celebration list each day.
Oh, I like that. That's a very good idea.
I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Yes. Put stickers on it and have
There you go.
and colorful markers on it.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Make it
Yeah.
fun. There's that word again.
Yes. And work at it.
Well, work can be fun. They're not mutually exclusive. That's just, a belief system issue. So,
That's true. That's true. Yes.
do you have any, I want to say, sisters in your life that you feel comfortable sharing the celebration list with every once in a while, and doing something together or creating it in a way that there's a way to create community around the celebration aspect?
I do. I have a few little groups of people that I could definitely do that with.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I get that that would be as much of a gift to them to participate as it would be for you. So
Yeah.
that would be cool.
I'm on it. Yeah. I'm on
Awesome.
it.
So when might you have the first little celebration moment?
Well, there's a group of 3 of us. We do it on a daily basis right now. So it'll be,
Cool.
um, I could either do it tonight of what I accomplished, or I could do it in the morning. So I might even just do it tonight.
Cool. I love that.
Yeah,
That's a wonderful thought. There's nothing like the present to jump right in.
that's right. I've waited long enough, right? And everybody's waited long enough. So let's get this party started.
There you go. Well, all in its perfect timing. Part of it is allowing yourself to be ready to. And it feels like you are. Maybe more than you might think, but
Yeah,
you're ready.
I think so. Yeah. And everything you shared tonight was exactly what I needed to hear. So thank you.
Well, thank you. I'm glad to hear that. I said it's an interesting process for me to, I think it was actually just last week, coming to the realization that this might be a gift that I have, and recognizing that, actually I've been doing it since I was a kid. I just didn't know what it was. And having grown up around people who denied even gut instinct exists, let alone anything beyond that,
Right.
I, it didn't acknowledge it. So it's fun to get back in touch with it and be able to share it and know that it is something that can be helpful for others as well. So just you being here is a gift to me, and I really, really appreciate that very much.
Thank you.
Well, I hope we get to stay in touch and you'll share some of your celebrations with me along the way. I would love that.
Absolutely. No
Very
pressure,
cool.
but
Just every once in a while. I'd love that very much.
Yeah.
Cool. Was there anything else before we end for tonight, or?
Well, my mother is still alive. My father has passed, and my grandparents. Any final message for her?
Let's see. Thinking about her, that on one hand, that feeling of guilt comes back up. On the other, she is very much, there's love there. And I'm not getting that there's any other message, but just that that's something, there's something there. I'm not sure what it is, but that's what keeps coming up.
Well, that alone is big message, because I hadn't thought that she was carrying so much guilt. So yeah.
Yeah. I've discovered older generations are very good at not talking about things.
They're amazing at it. Yes.
Well, it wasn't what they did. That wasn't their culture at the time. So yeah, we live in a different world for sure.
And they had it tough, so why talk about it?
Yeah. Well, there's a deep sense of love too. So yeah. Wonderful. Well, I hope you are able to connect with her about whatever it is and find that for both of you, and connect with whatever it is and resolve it and go forward from there. So
I feel like it's already started, so thank you.
Oh, cool. Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Jacqueline. I really appreciate it. And like I said, I do hope you share the celebrations and have some fun along the way. You've got a lot to look forward to. So I think it'll be great to see how it unfolds.
Thank you.
Awesome. And for those who are listening, if you or someone you know is going through a life transition or has questions and looking for support, please share this show. You're also welcome to visit my website at loriannrising.com. There's additional resources there, and you're welcome to check out the opportunity to have your own reading or mentorship session as well. Know that they can be private and confidential also. They don't all get publicized. It's entirely up to you. So that is an opportunity. I hope you visit the website. Again, it's loriannrising.com. And while you're there, make sure to sign up for the newsletter as well. There's some great programs and special announcements coming up, and it'll be shared there first. So check that out. And until next time, my friends, keep rising.